Welcome to Divine Justice. In order not to miss the videos prepared by our team, including the latest developments and special reports on the war in Israel, you can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and click the super thanks button below. The war between Israel and Hamas has completely changed the balance in the Middle East. The effects of the most bitter and violent war of the century have been amplified today, with Hamas being supported by Hezbollah from southern Lebanon and Iranian-backed proxies from Syria, Iraq, and elsewhere. Now, with the recent announcement that the Houthi groups in Yemen are also involved in the war, Israel continues to boldly draw its own destiny in the Middle East against Iran's proxy militias. On the Egyptian side, the only actor Iran can use against Israel is Hamas. But the Egyptian administration does not allow this. Especially Hamas's tunnel lines in the direction of Rafah do not seem to be very active in supporting Hamas at the moment. On the Jordanian side, Iran's incitement of the people and encouragement of protests along the border with Israel should not be overlooked. Just like in the West Bank, Hamas-supporting groups continue to disrupt the Jordanian borderlines. So Tehran, the main source of funding, support, and training for Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthi rebels, is undoubtedly using these proxies to do its dirty work against its sworn enemy. Despite all this, Israel continues to wage a determined war, both in the Gaza Strip and in critical areas such as southern Lebanon and Syria. As Iran continues its dangerous plans to undermine Israel's resolve, some very striking speculation has begun to circulate in the country. As you may recall, mysterious explosions occurred simultaneously at several Revolutionary Guards headquarters in central Tehran. After this explosion, it was claimed that rebel groups in Iran, who found the policies of the Tehran government against the Israeli war wrong, started sabotage attacks. These allegations were indeed creating a serious chaos in Iran. In particular, the Hezbollah leader's harsh statements against Iranian leader Ali Khamenei were seen as evidence of the rift between the two. Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of the Lebanese Hezbollah, made statements that Khamenei was using them. Following this tension, it was claimed that security measures were increased in Iran against sabotage attacks by groups opposed to the Israeli war, especially after the recent explosion at the headquarters of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. The possibility of these sabotage attacks has come to the agenda again these days. Now, another very striking situation similar to this has occurred in Iran. At least 2 people were killed and several others injured in a mysterious explosion at the Parand power plant on the outskirts of Tehran. The explosion occurred in a gas pipeline responsible for delivering fuel to the plant's turbines. Governor Omid Ahmadi, who oversees Robat Karim district where the plant is located, characterized the explosion as staff negligence. Governor Ahmadi also claimed that although a section of the gas pipeline was damaged, the plant's operations continued uninterrupted without any reported damage to its infrastructure. However, while the authorities have not provided a comprehensive explanation for the incidents, they have linked several high-profile sabotage attacks against the facilities to Israel. The site of the explosion is of critical importance. Designed to generate 50 megawatts of electricity, the Parand power plant was part of a plan to connect the capital to the national grid, aimed at solving voltage problems in the electricity network. For this reason, allegations that some anti-war rebel groups in Iran caused the mysterious explosion are raising the possibility of a backlash against Khamenei. So why has Iran suddenly been experiencing mysterious explosions like this one in recent days, raising the possibility of attacks of unknown origin? Of course, the main reason why all this has shaken Iran is the Tehran government's use of proxy groups while the war between Israel and Hamas continues. When we delve deeper into this situation, it is instructive to realize how Iran has indeed created a network of militias in the Middle East and how it manages this network without its involvement. The whole world knows how Tehran uses Hezbollah and how it militarily and financially supports this group to carry out attacks from southern Lebanon into northern Israel. And Yemen? Yemen was suddenly in the news with threatening rhetoric against Israel. A few days ago, it was reported that Yemen has officially declared war on Israel. It is assumed that Iran has escalated the Houthi rebel groups in Yemen. The Iranian-backed group has plunged Yemen into civil conflict since 2014. Houthi militants seized control of Yemen's northern province of Sana'a and forced the government to step down. The clashes later escalated into a larger and deadlier war. Tehran's interest in Yemen goes back decades, but Iran's intervention in the country began in the mid-2000s. Since then, Iran has continued to meddle in Yemen. Now Iran wants to drag Yemen back into the war against Israel. Meanwhile, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has taken advantage of the widening power vacuum caused by Yemen's internal turmoil to expand its influence. The Iranian regime has taken advantage of similar circumstances to assert control in Lebanon and Gaza. After the 2014 capture of Sana'a, Iranian contributions to Yemen-based militants have steadily increased, including through the transfer of arms. These militants in Yemen, with the technical assistance of advisors from Hezbollah and the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, are turning these components into operational weapons. This approach has now enabled the Houthis to field the short and long-range drones and an increasingly diversified fleet of missiles capable of striking deep inside Saudi Arabia. Now the Houthi rebels in Yemen are preparing to use these Iranian-supplied weapons, missiles, and drones against Israel. Since the beginning of the war, we have also witnessed the Houthis flying long-range cruise missiles over the Red Sea, targeting Israel. In its most recent statement, the Yemeni Houthi group said it had fired a large number of drones and missiles at Israel in response to the Israeli offensive against the Gaza Strip. The group promised to launch additional missiles and drones at Israel if it continued its war against Gaza. However, the Israeli military announced that its air defense systems intercepted a surface-to-surface missile launched from the Red Sea area. Israeli fighter jets shot down enemy targets believed to be drones in the Red Sea. It said it has been revealed that Israel has taken action and taken some security measures in the direction of the Red Sea because of these dangerous policies that Iran is trying to spread. In the latest statement issued by the IDF, it was reported that there are SAR-class corvettes patrolling off the port of Eilat. In addition to Israel, the United States of America has also been active against Iran's plans to deploy proxies in the Middle East. Recently, the USS Bataan amphibious assault ship was spotted in the Red Sea, stationed in waters south of Israel. Due to Iran's support of the Houthis, the U.S. Navy's USS Bataan and USS Carter Hall are expected to remain off the Red Sea for a while longer instead of the Eastern Mediterranean. In case of any attack on Israel from the Red Sea, the U.S. plans to use its naval power to highlight the deterrent elements of the air defense systems on these ships. In addition, the United States has increased security measures not only in the Red Sea, but also throughout the Middle East against Iranian threats. Washington has announced the installation of several air defense systems, including the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, in countries across the Middle East. In short, it is believed that Hamas launched its attacks against Israel with Iran's support. Given Tehran's triggering of the crisis in the Middle East and its incitement of all Arab countries against Israel, it would not be surprising if this war is prolonged. But against all this, the unrestricted support of the United States of America for Israel is also very critical for the new order planned to be established in the Middle East. Thank you for watching us. We work day and night to bring you the fastest and most reliable news. In order not to miss the videos prepared by our team, including the latest developments and special reports on the war in Israel, you can subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and click the super thanks button below. See you in our next work.